Hi dear students, once again welcome you all on this online lecture platform, and we have started probability and probability distribution. In that we have already covered most of the points related to basics. We have solved some examples. Then in this today's video lecture, we are going to learn theorems of probability or rules of probability. Okay, so there are two rules for probability calculation, and these are addition rule as well as multiplication rule. And it is very important to have a clear concept of probability, as it provides the basis for all the tests of significance, and it is estimated usually on the basis of these two basic rules. Okay, so there are two different basic rules. First, addition rule, and second is multiplication rule. The first rule has to do with the probability that one or the other two events will occur, and the second with the probability that they both will occur. Okay, so we'll first see addition rule. And addition rule for mutually exclusive events, this is the condition. So suppose two events A and B are said to be mutually exclusive if the occurrence of one event percolates the occurrence of other events. Okay, so mutually exclusive events means what? If two events that events A and B, they are said to be mutually exclusive if occurrence of one event depends means affects the occurrence of other events. For example, the tossing of coin will result in either head or tail. Birth of male excludes birth of female. Okay, so these are two examples. Suppose I toss the coin, either head will be there, either tail will be there. If head is there, it will automatically eliminate the possibility of tail if head is there. And in case of birth of child, if male child is there, it will automatically eliminate the possibility of occurring of female child. And similarly, if female child is there, it will automatically eliminate the possibility of male child. So therefore, these two possible outcomes are mutually exclusive. So when two events they are mutually exclusive, the probability of occurrence of either A or B is the sum of their individual probabilities. So this addition rule may be stated as follows: probability A or B is equal to probability A plus probability B. The same rule can be extended to three or more mutually exclusive events. It may be C also, means probability A plus probability B plus probability C. So suppose I toss the coin, so there are two possibilities, either head or either tail. So for head, half is the probability, and for tail, half is the probability. So probability for these two events, half plus half is equal to 1. Similarly, if you roll a die, single die, the probability if you roll a die, the probability of getting either 1 or 2 would be computed as follows. So probability A or B is equal to probability A plus probability B. So here we have to calculate for either 1 or 2. Okay, we know that die has 6 numbers. In each phase it has particular number from 1 to 6, and here we have to calculate either 1 or either 2 will appear if we throw a die, if we roll a die. So we have to calculate for both these conditions. So for first, so number 1, it appears only once, so 6 out of 1. Similarly, number 2, it will appear only once, so again it is 6 out of 1. So for both these conditions, 1 upon 6 plus 1 upon 6 is equal to 2 upon 6 is equal to 1 upon 3. So this is probability for both these conditions. Okay. Similarly, from a pack of 52 cards, one card is drawn at random. So what is the probability that it is either king or queen? So we know that in a pack of 52 cards there are 4 king and 4 queens of different colors. So we have to calculate for both these conditions. So 4 queens, so any one of the 4 queen will appear if you draw a card. Similarly, any one of the king of 4 different kind will appear if we draw the card for king. So for both these condition, 52 4 out of 52 plus 4 out of 52 is equal to 8 out of 52, and for this 2 out of 13 is the probability for these two conditions. So simply by adding probabilities for both these conditions we can solve a problem that is based on addition rule. So addition rule simply adds probability for two different events or more than two different events. Okay. Then addition rule is given when events are not mutually exclusive. This is the second condition. So addition rule, it states that when the conditions are not mutually exclusive, so if two events A and B are not mutually exclusive, it is possible for both events to occur, means they will both occur simultaneously or at a time. So when the events are not mutually exclusive, the addition rule must be modified, that is probability in bracket A or B is equal to probability for A plus probability for B minus probability for A and B. For example, what is the probability of drawing either an ace or an heart from a pack of 52 cards? Okay, the events ace and hearts can occur together because we can draw ace or heart, therefore ace and heart are mutually exclusive events, means they both can occur. So what is the probability of getting either an ace or spade from a pack of 52 cards? So solution for this, the formula for this is probability for ace or spade is equal to probability for ace plus probability for spade minus probability for ace and probability for spade. So we know that there are 4 ace, 52 out of 4 is equal to 13. Okay, spade 13 out of 52 minus 4 upon 52 into 13 into 52. So by solving this, finally we get the answer 4 upon 13, and after solving this the value always between 0 to 1. So this is how we can calculate probability when events are not mutually exclusive. The next example is that a card is drawn at random from a well shuffled pack of cards. What is the probability that the card is spade or queen? So here we have to find out two conditions, either spade or queen. So A denotes spade and the card B denotes queen. So probability of spade of card is P is equal to 13. We know that 13 spades are there, so out of 52, 13 way different spades can be drawn. So for this condition probability is 1/4, and similarly we know that 4 queens are there, so 52 out of 4 is 113. So putting these values in formula that is given, that is probability A or B is equal to probability A plus probability B minus probability A and B. So putting the values, finally we got the answer 4 upon 13. So this is how we can solve the problem that is based on addition rule when events are not mutually exclusive. The next rule is multiplication rule. Okay, so multiplication rule, as this rule states that if two events A and B are independent, so first condition is multiplication rule for independent events. Okay, we have covered addition rule and now we are going to cover multiplication rule for these two conditions. So multiplication rule for independent events. So this rule states that if two events A and B are independent, mean occurring of one event will not going to affect occurring of another event, they are both independent. So for this condition, the probability of joint occurrence is given by the product of their separate probabilities. Simply here what we do, we product their separate probabilities, means probability for A into probability for B. The same can be extended to 3 or more. So simply what, in case of addition, we add the probabilities, we add probabilities for events. Here we have to multiply. Okay. So problem is given. So what is the probability of heads on the 2 or 3 successive tosses? So probability A, the probability the head in first toss, that is 1/2. Obviously it is 0.5. And for B, the probability of head in second toss, it is again 1/2, 0.5. So combined probability for this is 0.25. 1/2 into 1/4, that is 0.25. See here it is solved, and if C is add there, the third condition is add there, again it is 1/2 into 1/2 into 1/2 is equal to 0.5 into 0.5 into 0.5, that is 0.125. Okay. The next example is given. A class of consistent of 100 students, 24 of them are girls and 74 boys. Suppose there is a class of 100 students, and out of that 100 students, 25 students are girl students and 75 students there are boy students. So 20 of them are rich and remaining poor. Out of all these 100, 20 are rich, whether it may be boy or girl, we don't know, and remaining are poor. 40 of them are fair complexionized. Okay, means they are not good looking. 40 not so fair complexion, means they are not, their complexion is fair. So what is the probability of selecting a fair complexionized rich girl? Okay, so let's analyze each condition. So out of 100 students, 25 are girl, 75 are boys. This is the first condition. Okay, and overall 100 students, 20 of them are rich. It includes girls and boys also. And out of 100, 14 are of fair complexions. So we have to find out a girl that is with fair complexion and which is rich. So probability of selecting fair complexionized student is 100 out of 40, that is 25, and probability of selecting rich girl, that is 100 out of 20, it is 1/5. So by then probability of selecting girl, it is for 25 out of 100, that is 1/4. Okay. So these are three different things, and for these three different conditions, probability is calculated, and simply by adding this, multiplying this each probability, will get finally answer, and it is 2 out of 100, that is 0.02. So this is how we can calculate probability for each condition. So first is probability of selecting a fair computationalized student is 40 out of 100, it is given, that is 2 upon 5. Then probability of selecting a rich girl, as we know that 20 of them, it is mentioned in problem, we know that whether it is girl or it may be boys. So 20 out of 100, that is 1 upon 5. Then probability of selecting a girl, only girl, that is 25, as it is again mentioned in problem. So it is 1/4. So by multiplying 2 upon 5 into 1 upon 5 into 1 upon 4 is equal to 2 upon 100, and finally it leads to 0.02. Then next is multiplication rule for dependent events, and here the formula state that this rule state that if two events A and B are dependent, means occurrence of one affects the occurrence of other, means they are dependent upon each other, the probability of occurrence of one is dependent upon occurrence of other. Obviously if they are dependent, the probability also dependent. So in this multiplication rule for this condition is that probability A and B is equal to probability A into probability A upon B, or probability ABC, probability A into probability A upon B into probability C upon AB. Okay. So here example is given. A bag contains 7 red and 3 black balls. So total 10 balls are there, 7 red and 3 black balls. So 2 balls are drawn at random, one after other without replacement. So what will be the probability that both balls drawn are black? Okay. So for this condition is what, 2 balls we have to draw, and we have to calculate probability that 2 drawn should be black. Okay. So probability of drawing black ball is equal to P is equal to A upon B, that is 3. We know that there are 3 black balls. So in the bucket 10 balls are there, so out of 10 3 are black. So for probability for a black ball is 10, 3 out of 10. Okay, and probability of drawing second black ball, again if you pick one ball, only 9 will remain. So out of 9 2 are only black. So for this 2 out of 9, and uh, by putting this value in formula we can calculate probability of that black balls drawn are black. So in this way we can calculate similar. So this is how these are two rules, addition rule and multiplication rule. So I must say you that this is statistics, mathematics, and you have to solve most of the examples. As much as practice you will do, you will get perfectionized. So to get perfect, to get good marks, you should practice on daily basis of all these problems. Okay, so in this part only two topics are remaining there, and it includes Poisson distribution as well as binomial distribution. So these topics will cover in coming lecture. Meanwhile you practice the problem and solve the examples. Okay, so third point is remain, that is probability distribution, and in that we have to cover normal distribution, that is X scale as well as Z scale, and binomial as well as Poisson distribution. So we'll cover in coming lectures. So thanks.